We looked at each other in surprise. She wanted to commit suicide. Razia said, "Suicide is a great sin. You will have to suffer in that world. You are lucky to have been saved." The girl said sarcastically, "I am lucky. You have brought me back to this hell." She got up and started walking towards the sea again. Razia held her and said firmly, "Where?" The girl pulled her hand out violently and said, "Finishing the work that you have not finished. If you want to stop, go somewhere else and I will commit suicide in another way." Razia said this time more calmly and kindly, "Are you really so eager to die? Don't those around you matter to you? Don't you have a husband or children? Aren't you afraid of God and His punishment?" "I don't care about anything, not even God and His punishment." She hesitantly walked towards the sea again, as if she was waiting for someone to stop her. But we all backed away and opened the way. She nodded and stepped back into the water. Milad said, "Do you really want to let her commit suicide again? Can you bear it?" I said, "When she doesn't want to and we saved her with this misfortune, she says she won't kill herself here, she'll do it somewhere else. What should we do? Keep her by force?" Razia said, "We'll call her family, we'll call the police." Then she continued to the girl, "At least tell me your name, who should we call to come after you?" The girl turned to her and chuckled and said, "When my body is back in the water, call the police, they'll find them from the license plate and car documents." Razia said to Nazia, "Let's go to the car." I sat down on the ground in a corner of the beach. The girl was up to her chest in the water. She spread her arms in a cross shape and continued to move forward. This time the girls couldn't take it anymore and ran towards her. She threw herself into the water, where Helena, Donya, Arusha, and Miriam caught her. Arusha slapped her hard in the face and said, "Such a weak person." The slap was given to the girl's ear by someone who had herself tried to commit suicide twice, once by Arsham and the second time by one of their acquaintances. The girl started crying and said, "Why don't you let me rest? What's wrong with you, you bastards?" Arusha rolled up her sleeve and held her forearm and wrist in front of the girl's eyes and said, "Do you see these? It's a place of knives and razors. I committed suicide twice, but they saved me. You see this boy, my brother, I miss him, when he saved me. I hated him for bringing me back to this world, but now 5 years have passed since my second suicide. These girls and boys are all my friends. I have no family relationship with any of them and I'm not in love with them, but we are together. Now my brother is my everything and my business. I love my parents. But I'm not with them anymore and I'm living in my brother's house until he wants to get married. If you insist again, tell me, we won't stop you anymore. Guys, let her go." When they let her go, Arusha pushed her hard and she jumped into the water. When Arusha came out, the others also got out of the water. Razia and Nazia returned after a while. Nazia asked, "Where is she?" Nawab said, "Go and die." Razi looked at our faces and said, "Her car door was locked. We just gave the license plate to the police. At least wait until her body is on the water and they catch her. It's going to blow if she stays in the water." Hearing the sirens of the ambulance and police, we turned our heads in that direction. Arsham said, "Girls, quickly put on your coats and tidy yourself up, so that no more harm comes to us." They ran towards where we were sitting. The police were checking the car and the emergency services were also coming towards us. My eyes were on the sea. When I saw her I said, "Girl, she's alive." Nazir and Razi turned their heads towards her. Razi went towards her. She threw her daughter in her arms and started crying. When the emergency services arrived, one of them asked, "Where is the person who committed suicide?" Razia said, Thank God she gave up at the last moment and is alive. So there is no need for us anymore. Thank you for coming. Razia said to the girls. Get a scarf or cloth from there. Put it on her hair for now. Miriam gave Razia a wide scarf and she arranged it on the girl's hair. Some time later, the policeman arrived.